Very good morning to one and all. At the outset, I would like to introduce myself. I am Gvrmurthy. I am working as lecturer in soft skills in Aditya Degree College for Women, Kakinada. I did my BE Metallurgical Engineering from AU College of Engineering, Visakhapatnam. I earned my postgraduate diploma in Communication and Soft Skills from Geetham University. I achieved my ELTA certification from IFLO Hyderabad, BEC certification from British Council Chennai, and HITS certification from Wipro Mission 10X Bangalore. Very recently, I have been awarded a gold medal and a silver medal from IIT Madras for my excellent performance in NPTEL English Language for Competitive Examinations and NPTEL Technical English for Engineers. I started my teaching career in 1999. In the last 20 years of my teaching career, I have taken thousands of English classes for several competitive examinations such as GRE, TOEFL, IELTS, GMAT, Cambridge Sol, CAT, MAT, Campus Recruitment Training, ISET, Banks, RRB, SSC, LIC, CDS, NDA, GATE, IES, and PSU examinations. Since the beginning of my career, I have got a plethora of opportunities to deal with the students of graduation, post-graduation, engineering, MBA, MCA, nursing, pharma, and the aspirants of several competitive examinations. Today I am very glad to stand before you on this occasion to deliver a lecture on verbs, the most important part. A verb is defined as a word that indicates action, activity, process, movement, condition, position, state, and the status of the subject. A verb is considered to be the brain, heart, liver, kidney, and soul of the language. The more the knowledge of verbs, the better will be our ability to represent our thoughts in a right way. I can proudly say that the knowledge of verbs plays an important role in getting success in a majority of competitive examinations. Today, in this video, I would like to make an attempt to explain some of the commonly used verbs which I have compiled by referring to a majority of competitive examination papers. All are verbs. Whatever words we are going to discuss today, all the words belong to the category of verbs. The first verb is abound, A-B-O-U-N-D. This verb is used with two important prepositions, abound in and abound with. What is abound in? Abound in meaning is available, I can say. For example, I can say, India abounds in many valuable minerals. Abound in. If I take abound with, abound with the meaning is occupy. I can say my locality completely abounds with many dacoits. Abound with the meaning is occupy. Infest, we use the synonym called infest. I-N-F-E-S-T, infest. I can say that my locality completely abounds with many dacoits. India abounds in valuable minerals. Next verb, abstain. A-B-S-T-A-I-N. What is the meaning of abstain? Abstain meaning is to keep away from. To keep away from is called abstain. I can say the students must abstain from all bad habits. Abstain. This word has got some important synonyms. R-E-F-R-A-R-N. Refrain. The students must refrain from all the bad habits. It has got another synonym, W-I-T-H-H-O-L-D, withhold, to keep away from. Another synonym I can write here, shun, S-H-U-N, shun. Another synonym I can write here, E-S-T-H-E-W-S-Q. Eschew meaning is avoid, a wonderful word. Next verb, A-C-C-E-D-E, exceed, a wonderful word. What is the meaning of exceed? I can say, I would like to accede to your request. Exceed, meaning is agree. I would like to accede to your request. Exceed, meaning is agree. This word exceed has got some important synonyms. Clear? I can say that the best method of developing the most powerful vocabulary is to know the synonyms of the word. So, what is the meaning of exceed? Exceed, meaning is agree. I shall discuss the synonyms of the word. I can use the synonym A-B-I-D-E, abide. I can say, I abide by the rules and regulations of the institutions. Abide. Another synonym I can write here, A-C-Q-U-I-E-S-C-E, acquiesce. I would like to acquiesce with the rules and regulations. I can write another synonym, accord. A-C-C-O-R-D, accord. Another synonym we can write here, A-S-S-E-N-T, assent. The chief guest kindly assented to our request, assent. Another synonym I can write here, C-O-N-S-E-N-T, consent. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to our honorable chief guest for having consented to attend our program. Consent is an important verb form, consent. I can write another synonym, conquer. I would like to concur with your views, C-O-N-C-U-R, conquer. Another synonym I can write here, C-O-M-P-L-Y, comply. I would like to comply with your request, comply. Another synonym I can write here, C-O-N-F-O-R-M, conform. Conform. We use two confusable words here. C-O-N-F-I-R-M, conform, meaning is to say yes. For example, I can say, my ticket has been confirmed. Here the verb is entirely different. C-O-N-F-O-R-M, conform. Another synonym we can write here, corroborate. C-O-B-O, C-O-R-R-O, B-O-R-A-T-E, corroborate. Corroborate meaning is, I can say, to show our acceptance. Here, if you take this word, exceed has got a wonderful synonyms in English language. Right. If you take the word corroborate, there is another confusable word. In English language, there are many confusable words are there. So, what is the confusable word with the word of corroborate? I can write the word called collaborate. Collaborate is an excellent verb. C-O-L-L-A-B-O-R-A-T. Collaborate meaning is to work together. When you want to write a partner with somebody, when you want to work with some people, then we can use the structure called collaborate. Collaborate meaning is to work together. Collaborate. Corroborate meaning is to show our acceptance. Next word, accuse. What is the meaning of accuse? Accuse meaning is you will file a case against a person in a court. That activity is called accuse. To file a case against a person in a court, that's called accuse. This word has got some important synonyms in English language. Say, convict. He was convicted in a court of law. C-O-N-V-I-C-T, convict. Another synonym I can take, A-R-R-A-I-G-N, arraign. This word is frequently used in the Hindu paper. The man was arraigned in a court of law. Another synonym I can write here, indict. He was indicted in a court of law. I-N-D-I-C-T, indict. Another synonym I can write here, impeach. I-M-P-E-A-C-H, impeach, to file a case in a court of law. Another synonym I can write here, inculpate. I-N-C-U-L-P-A-T-E, inculpate. Another synonym I can write here, incriminate. Incriminate, wonderful word, accuse. A-C-C-U-S-E, accuse, to file a case against a person, convict. arraign, indict, impeach, inculpate and incriminate. Next word I take acquaint. It is a verb. I can say if you want to prepare for many competitive examinations, you must acquaint with the vocabulary, because your acquaintance with the vocabulary certainly fetches you many wonderful results in any competitive examination you take for consideration. Acquaint meaning is to become familiar with the subject. The word acquaint has got one important synonym, familiarize. That is the verb. F-A-M-I-L-I-A-R-I-S-E. Familiarize. Familiar is an adjective. Familiarly adverb. Familiarize verb. Familiarity is a noun. So acquaint meaning is to become familiar with the subject. Next verb, acquit, A-C-Q-U-I-T. The opposite word of accuse. Accuse meaning is you will file a case in a court of law. What is the meaning of acquit? I am very glad to say that I have been acquitted of all the charges leveled against me. Acquit meaning is to free from blame. Now you are free from all the charges. That kind of activity is called acquit. This word has got some important synonym, E-X-O-N-E-R-A-T-E. Exonerate. Exonerate meaning is to free from blame. I can write another synonym, E-X-C-U-L-P-A-T-E. Exculpate. Wherever you see the basic origin culp meaning is fraud, right? Culp, C-U-L-P, culp means some crime or something. So exculpate meaning is to free from all the charges. I can also write another synonym, excriminate, E-X-C-R-I-M-I-N-A-T-E. Acquit meaning is to free from all the charges. Accuse meaning is you will file a case against a man. Acquit meaning is to free from all the charges. So if you take these two words become antonyms to each other. Next, adapt. A-D-A-P-T. It is a verb form. All are verbs. What is the meaning of adapt? If you want to find your survival in the today's highly competitive work market, you must adapt to the latest and changing technologies. You must adapt to the latest technological advancements to find your survival in the today's highly competitive work environment. I can definitely say that adapt is an excellent word that everyone must cultivate. So adapt can be defined as a habituate. H-A-B-I-T-U-A-T-E. You have to develop the habit. Adapt meaning is habituate. Another synonym we can write here, A-C-C-U-S-T-O-M, accustom. Accustom, you must get accustomed. Another synonym you can write here, I-N-U-R-E, inure. Very tough word found in the I word list of where I-N-U-R-E, inure. Adapt, habituate, accustom and inure. Next, addict. A-D-D-I-C-T, addict. What is the meaning of addict? Don't get addicted to drinking. It is very hazardous. Addict means without that you cannot live. So addict can also be defined as habituate in a bad way. Habituate towards negative habits is called addict. Right? Habituate towards a positive thing is called adapt. That's the difference. A-D-A-P-T, adapt is always used for positive things. A-D-D-I-C-T, addict is always used in the negative things. Next word. I take the word affiliate. What is the meaning of affiliate? Affiliate meaning is a join, associate. I can say my college is affiliated to Aditya Nana University, Rajamahendravaram, Andhra Pradesh, India. Afflict. Afflict meaning is suffer. I can say he is afflicted with the fever. Afflict meaning is suffer. alight. Alight meaning is to come down. He was the first person to alight from the plane. He was the first person to alight from the plane. Alight from. Allude meaning is to make some reference. For example, I want to say, if the teacher wants to ensure that he is able to inject his ideas very perfectly into the minds of the students, he must allude to some important instances. He must make an allusion. Allude is a verb. Allusion is a noun. Allusive adjective. Allusively adverb. My dear friends, if you take any vocabulary word, try to understand what are the other derived forms of the word and how to use the words in the sentences of your own. That's very important. Amaze, a wonderful word. I am extremely amazed at seeing the beauty of the Taj. Amaze meaning is surprise. Amaze meaning is surprise. It's a wonderful word. I am amazed. This word has got some important synonyms in the language. I can say astonish. I am extremely astonished at looking at the beauty of the Taj Mahal. Astonish. Another synonym I can write here, astound. I am extremely astounded. Another commonly asked word, I can say flabbergast. 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 Another important synonym I can write here, dumbfound. I became extremely dumbfounded when I happened to look at the beauty of the Taj for the first time. For example, I want to deliver a lecture on Taj Mahal. I can say, standing on the bank of the holy river Yamuna, made of white marble, built by 25,000 workers for 24 years, and bequeathed to his beloved wife Mumtaz Begum by Shah Jahan, the Taj Mahal, one of the glimtical and monumental constructions of the world, will certainly continue to enthrall and amaze millions and billions of people across the globe. There's no doubt in saying that whoever happens to look at the Taj, he is sure to be flabbergasted and dumbfounded by the monumental architecture of the Taj Mahal. So I can definitely say that once you are aware of the correct meaning of the word, you can easily use all the words in a sentence framing. That's very, very essential. The next word, bestow, bestow. Bestow meaning is a grant. I can say the God bestows many wishes on mankind. That's why the God is considered to be the greatest benefactor of mankind. Benefactor, one who provides many wonderful gifts, is called benefactor. The God is the greatest benefactor of mankind because he bestows many wonderful gifts on mankind. Brood, wonderful word. B-R-O-O-D, brood meaning is to think very deeply. Brood. For example, when you are attending any interview, when an interviewer asks you a question, you should not answer the question immediately. You have to brood over the question very deeply and then only you have to answer the question. So brood meaning is to think very deeply is called brood. This word has got some wonderful synonyms. I can frame a word called cogitate. There is a word called cogitation. Cogitation means thought. C-O-G-I-T-A-T-A, verb form. Another word I can write here, C-E-R-E-B-R-A-T-E, celebrate. Celebration is a noun form. Celebrate is a verb. I would like to celebrate. Celebrate is a verb form. Another word I can write here, R-U-M-I-N-A-T-E, ruminate, to think deeply. Another word I can write here, M-U-S-E, muse. I must be able to muse over the issue. Another synonym I can write here, P-O-N-D-E-R, ponder. To think very deeply is called ponder. A wonderful word. So, right, brood can be defined as cogitate, celebrate, ruminate, muse, and ponder. To think very deeply. Next word, C-O-N-V-I-C-T, convict. We have already discussed the word. Convict meaning is to file a case against a person. That's called convict. I am extremely sorry to say that I have been convicted of a crime in a court of law. Convict. Next word, commend. What is commend? Commend meaning is praise. Commend meaning is praise. You can say appreciate. I would like to commend you for your extraordinary efforts. Commend meaning is praise. This word has got some important synonyms. I can say appreciate. I would like to appreciate the people. C-O-M-M-E-N-D, commend meaning is praise, appreciate. Let us talk about some of the important synonyms of the word. A-C-C-L-A-I-M. I would like to acclaim the people. Acclaim. Another synonym I can write here, A-P-P-L-A-U-D, applaud. I would like to applaud the people. Another synonym I can write here, applaud. Applaud. Another synonym you can write here, laud. Laudable is an adjective, laud. Another synonym you can write here, eulogize. E-U-L-O-G-Y. Eulogy is a noun form. Eulogistic is an adjective form. So eulogize is a verb form. E-N-C-O-M-I-A-T-E, encomiate. Encomium is a noun form. Encomiate is a verb form. Another synonym you can write here, E-X-T-O-L, extol. I would like to extol the people. Another synonym we can write here, I-D-O-L-I-S-E, idolize. And another synonym you can write here, G-L-O-R-I-F-I, glorify. Glorify meaning is to praise excessively. Commend is an excellent word which is asked in a majority of competitive examinations. And whatever words we have written here, these words are being asked in a majority of competitive examinations which are being conducted across the globe. Next word, comply. I would like to comply with your proposal. I have already told you during the time of discussion of exceed, C-O-M-P-L-Y, comply, meaning is agree. I would like to comply with your rules and regulations. Comply. Consent, same answer. To show the acceptance, to show the approval, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to our honorable chief guest for having consented to attend the program. Consent meaning is to show the acceptance. Next word, deprive. D-E-P-R-I-E-V-E. Deprive meaning is to lose something valuable. I am very sorry to say that I have been deprived of something. Deprived, to lose something valuable. It has got one synonym, D-I-V-E-S-T, divest. Deprive meaning is a divest, like to lose something valuable. Next word, despair. D-E-S-P-A-I-R. Despair means to lose the confidence, to lose the hope. That's called despair. A student should never get despaired at the time of attending the interview. Very clear. Despair means to lose our hope and confidence. Distract. Distract meaning a deviate. You should never allow your attention to get distracted. Distract meaning is a deviate. Digress, same answer. Digress meaning a deviate. Dispose. We say disposable glasses. The word dispose has got two synonyms. Dispose, one meaning is sell. Another meaning is reject. Disposable glasses, dispose. Next word, desist. Wonderful word, D-E-S-I-S-T. Desist meaning is to stop by force. The students desisted the teacher from taking the class. Desist meaning is to stop by force is called desist. This word has got wonderful synonyms. I can say deter. I was deterred from entering the class. D-E-T-E-R, deter. Another synonym I can write here, hinder. We know hindrance is a noun. H-R-N-D-R, hinder. Another word I can write here, hamper. H-A-M-P-E-R, hamper. Hamper meaning is to stop by force. Obstruct. I was obstructed from entering the chamber. Obstruct. I can write another synonym, restrain. I was restrained. There are two confusable words are there. Refrain and restrain. Refrain meaning is you avoid something on your own. Restrain means by force of circumstances. There is a lot of difference. Another synonym we can write here, impede. I-M-P-E-D-E. There is a noun form called impediment. Impede is a verb form. I can write another word called stumble. I was stumbled from entering the chamber and doing my duty. Another synonym I can write here, dissuade. D-I-S-S-U-A-D-E, dissuade. To stop by force is called dissuade. A wonderful word of desist. I can say I was desisted from entering the chamber. Disgust. I'm extremely disgusted with your rude behavior. Disgust meaning is to get irritated. Disgust. Next word, distinguish. D-I-S-T-I-N-G-U-R-S-H. What is the meaning of distinguish? To find the difference. When two cars are there, we must be able to distinguish one car from the other car. Distinguish meaning is to find the difference is called distinguish. I can use two important synonyms. Discriminate. D-I-S-C-R-I-M-I-N-A-T-E. Discriminate. To find the difference. And another synonym I can write here, differentiate. I would like to differentiate. To find the difference. Distinguish meaning is a wonderful word. To find the difference is called distinguish. I can use the synonym discriminate and differentiate. E-M-B-A-R-K, embark. Embark means to arrive at a right decision, to take an important decision is called embark. We use this word very frequently in the English newspapers. The government has embarked on an ambitious project. The government has embarked upon an important decision. Embark is a wonderful word. If you would like to arrive at a right decision or a right solution, then we use a word called embark. Entice. We should not be enticed into bad habits. Entice meaning is a tempt. I can say attract in a negative way. That's the right word. If you would like to talk about the negative way of attractions, then we use a word called entice. I can say a student should not be enticed towards evil habits. The word entice has got some important synonyms. I can use the word T-E-M-P-T, tempt. You should not be tempted. Another synonym I can write here, L-U-R-E, lure. We should not be lured. Another synonym I can write here, allure. We should not be allured. Another synonym I can write here, decoy. The word which is being asked in the majority of competitive examinations, a decoy. Another synonym I can write here, B-E-S-O-T, besought. We should not be besotted. And another synonym I can write here, S-T-U-P-E-F-I, stupefy. We should not be stupefied into alcoholic consumption. Entice is an excellent word. E-N-T-I-C-E, entice meaning is to get attracted towards a negative habit is called entice. Next word, entrust. E-N-T-R-U-S-T. It's a verb. I am very glad to say that I have been entrusted with the responsibility of taking the class to all my beloved students. Entrust meaning is to give the responsibility. E-N-T-R-U-S-T, entrust means to give the responsibility is called entrust. Next word, estranged. Estrange, estranged. I am very sorry to say that I have been estranged from my own people. Estranged meaning is separate. Next important word, fascinate, fascinate. This is a positive word. Fascinate meaning is attract in a positive way. Attract in a positive way is called fascinate. If you say the word called tempt, entice, tempt, allure, decoy, besot, and stupefy, they are used to talk about only negative habits. But if you like to talk about positive things, and we use a word called fascinate. For example, I can say, if I look at the beauty of the Taj Mahal, I will surely be fascinated by the monumental architecture of the Taj. No doubt, fascinate. And what are the synonyms for the word? I can use a word, entrall, enthrall. Enthrall, a wonderful word. I can write another word, captivate. Captivate. Captivate is a positive word, captivate. Captivate means I can say, to become spellbound, I can say, I was captivated by the beauty of the Taj Mahal. I was captivated by the beauty of the girl. I can use a word. Captivate, enthrall, and fascinate. Wonderful words. Next word, furnish, furnish. I am very glad to say that my CV is completely furnished with all the necessary details. Furnish meaning is provide. Furnish, furnish, right? Meaning is provide. I can say. You can use some important words. Mention, mention. My CV is completely mentioned. I can use another important synonym, stipulate, stipulate. I would like to talk about all the stipulated conditions. Stipulate is a wonderful word. Next, grumble, grumble. Grumble means to lodge a complaint. I can say all the residents of the hostel grumbled against the poor quality of the food being supplied by the contractor. Grumble means to file a complaint against somebody. Next word, hanker, hanker. What is hanker? To become excessively worried, to become excessively crazy. I can say, do not hanker after wealth and riches. They are not permanent. Do not hanker after wealth and riches. Do not hanker after. But we must hanker after knowledge, skills, abilities, and competencies to find our survival in the today's competitive market. The word hanker can be used either in a positive way or in a negative way. If you want to show your excessive craze about something, then we use a word called hanker. Next, incorporate. Incorporate. These are all the basic words. Note. Incorporate meaning is include. I can say that the syllabus is totally incorporated in the syllabus. This lesson is incorporated in the syllabus. Incorporate means include. Next, overwhelm. Right? Overwhelm means to become excessive, to be filled with excessive emotion. I am extremely overwhelmed with your success. Overwhelmed, right? To get filled with excessive and uncontrollable emotion, that is called overwhelm. Partake, P-A-R-T-A-K. I would like to partake of the humble meal provided by the villagers. Partake meaning is accept. Retrieve, R-E-T-R-I-E-V-E, retrieve meaning is to get back. I can say a computer is used to retrieve the data. To get back is called retrieve. I-C-O-U-P, recoup. Recoup meaning is recover. right? You must recoup from all the losses. Recover. Next word, recuperate. Right? Recuperate. Same answer. Recuperate meaning is recover. Next word, refrain. R-E-F-R-A-I-N, refrain. I have already told you. Refrain meaning is not to do something. You don't want to involve in any activity. You don't want to participate in any activity. That's called refrain. I can say students must refrain from all bad habits. Restrain, to stop by force. I can say I was restrained from entering the chamber. R-E-S-T-R-A-I-N, restrain, to stop by force. Stoop. Do not stoop to any base conclusions at this stage. S-T-O-P, stoop meaning is to arrive at a decision is called stoop. Trifle. Please don't try to trifle with the office files and records. Right? I can say to involve unnecessarily, to interfere unnecessarily is called trifle. Tamper. Right? Don't try to tamper with the office files and records. Tamper meaning is to make unnecessary involvement or to make unnecessary interference. That's called tamper. Testify. T-E-S-T-R-F-I, testify means to prove the witness, to give the witness is called testify. I can say that your hard work certainly testifies to your success. Your success cannot be ordinarily acquired. Your hard work certainly testifies to your success. Testify meaning is to give the witness, to stand as an evidence. That's called testify. Very wonderful word. In one word substitutions, if you go, there is a word called aboriginal. Aboriginal is a noun form. I take the word aboriginate. What is the meaning of aboriginate? Aboriginate means to live at a place for a long period of time. That's called aboriginate. I can say, I have been aboriginating in the city of Kakinada for the past 7 years. Aboriginate. Wonderful word. Boycott. The students boycotted the classes. Boycott meaning is not to involve, not to participate. Capitalize. Wonderful word. There is a noun form called capitalism. Capitalism meaning is a domination of investors. The act of investing a large amount of money is called capitalism. It's a noun form. Now I will take the derived forms. Capitalistic is an adjective. Investing a large amount of money. Capitalistical, it's also an adjective. Capitalistically, it's an adverb. Capital, the money required to start a business. Capitalist, a person who invests a large amount of money. I can derive the verb capitalize. To invest a large amount of money is called capitalize. For example, I can say, if you want to start any industry, you must be prepared to capitalize a huge amount of money. Capitalize means to invest a large amount of money is called capitalize. Celibate. C-E-L-I-B-A-T-E, celibate. To lead the life without any marriage. That's called celibate. Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam, the former and 11th President of India, celibated throughout the lifetime. Celibate, right? I can say to lead the life without any marriage is called celibate. Celibate is a noun. If right, it's a verb form, celibate. Celibate, celibated, celibated, celibating, celibates, celibacy is a noun. Celibatic adjective, celibatical adjective, celibatically adverb. Very clear. So when you take any verb form, you should also try to understand what are the other important derived forms of the word and what are the parts of speech of the word. With the change of the word form, the parts of speech also changes. With the change of the parts of speech, the way how a word has to be used in the sentence also changes. We must be very, very meticulous while using all the different parts of speech of the same word in different kinds of sentences. Next, circumlocute. Circum, very important word. Circumlocute. The two words are there. Circum and loqua. Loqua meaning is speech. Circum meaning is around. If a person talks in an indirect way, if a person does not speak directly, if a person speaks any indirect way of speaking, that activity is called circumlocute. So circumlocute can be defined as to talk indirectly. That's called circumlocute. Next, circumscribe. Circumscribe means to draw a circle. That's called circumscribe. Next, circumnavigate. Circumnavigate. What is the meaning of circumnavigate? To travel across the world is called circumnavigate. Next, circumambulate. A-M-B-U-L-A-T-E. Circumambulate. Amble meaning is a walk. So if a person walks in the form of a circle, that is called a circumambulation. Circumambulate can be defined as to walk in the form of a circle. Next, circumspect. C-A-R-C-U-M-S-P-E-C-T. Circumspect. Circumspect meaning is to look round. Circum meaning is around. Spect meaning is look. Circumspect meaning is to look around. Next word, collude. C-O-L-L-U-D-E. Collude. What is the meaning of collude? To make a secret agreement in order to deceive others. That's called collude. Next, collide. C-O-L-L-I-D-E. Collide. Collide means to make a violent impact. To make a violent impact is called collide. Here if you see, collude and collide, these two are confusable words. If you take the verb collude, C-O-L-L-U-D-E, collude, colluded, colluded, colluding, colludes, collusion, collusive, collusively. If you take the verb collide, collide, collided, collided, colliding, collides, collision, collisive, collisively. Collide meaning is to make a violent impact. I can say a bus and a lorry collided with each other, resulting in the loss of a number of innocent lives. I can say collide means to make a strong and violent impact. And I can also use one synonym called bombard. B-O-M-B-A-R-D, bombard. Bombard, to make a strong and violent impact. Next verb, digress. D-I-G-R-E-S-S, digress. Digress meaning is a deviate, right? I would like to talk about the digression. Digress meaning is a deviate. Next, migrate. Right here. M-I-G-R-A-T-E, migrate. What is the meaning of migrate? To move from one place to another place is called migrate. We talk about the migration, a very important word. M-I-G-R-A-T-E, migrate. Migrate is a verb. Migrate, migrated, migrated. Migrating, migrates, migration, migrative, migratory, migratively. Wonderful word. Next word, extemporize. E-X-T-E-M-P-O-R-I-S-E. Wonderful word. What is extemporized? There is a noun form called extempore in one word substitutions. Extempore meaning is a speech without any previous preparation. Because generally in a majority of cases, when you attend any public speaking conferences, you must be able to speak on the spot without being required to search for the use of the words. You will not be given any topic right in advance. You will be given the topic on the spot and you must be able to extemporize to the people. So extempore is nothing but is a noun form, a speech without any previous preparation. Now, what is the verb form? Extemporized. It's a verb to speak without any previous preparation. If I take the adjective form, I take the word called extemporaneous. A wonderful word is there. Extemporaneous is an adjective. We are all talking with the derived forms. Extemporaneous meaning is speaking without any previous preparations called extemporaneous. For example, I can say, if you want to win the game of interview, you must be able to make extempore. If you want to win the game of interview, you must be able to speak extemporaneously. And if you want to win the game of an interview, you must be able to extemporize yourself. Extemporized meaning is to speak without any previous preparation. Extemporaneous meaning is speaking without any previous preparation is called extemporaneous. And what is the noun form of the word? I can take the noun form extempore, extempore, a wonderful word used in the one word substitutions also. They are all the related words. Extempore, a speech without any preparation. Next, immigrate. I-M-M-I-G-R-A-T-E, immigrate. What is immigrate? To leave our motherland to settle in a foreign country is called immigrate. Immigration. Leaving our motherland to settle in a foreign country. That verb is called immigrate. There is another verb is also there. E-M-I-G-R-A-T-E, emigrate. What is emigrate? To leave a foreign land to settle in our country. That's called emigrate. Next verb, hallucinate. Hallucinate. H-A-L-L-U-C-I-N-A-T-E. Hallucinate means to form an unreal or imaginary idea. An idea which is not real. That kind of thing is called hallucinate. Hallucinate meaning is to form an unreal or imaginary idea. Hallucinate. Next word, hypothesize. H-Y-P-O-T-H-E-S-I-S-E. It's a verb. Hypothesize means you don't know exactly whether something is right or wrong. So hypothesis is a noun. Hypothesize is a verb. Hypothetical is an adjective. Hypothesis meaning is a guessed statement. Hypothetical meaning is an adjective. Hypothesize meaning is a verb. What is hypothesize? To make a guess is called hypothesize. Very clear. So far, I have made an attempt and endeavor to make the explanation of some of the commonly used verbs. Right? Very clear. My dear friends, I feel that I have been able to do at least a part of the justice to the aspirants of a majority of examinations. If you take the case of the aspirants who are preparing for a majority of competitive examinations, these are all the commonly used verbs with which every one of you must get acquainted with. There is no second thought. My dear friends, vocabulary the vehicle of thought. The more the number of words you know, the better will be your ability to trench your thoughts either in the form of writing or in the form of speaking. Therefore, I would like to request every one of you to put forth your efforts in the right direction by augmenting your power of vocabulary so that you can certainly climb an escalated ladder in your career. With these very few concluding remarks, I would like to take leave at all of you for today. This is not the end. In the coming days, I am going to produce many wonderful videos on vocabulary called synonyms, antonyms, adjectives, fill in the blanks, one word substitutions, odd and out, and paronyms, and many wonderful videos are going to be produced. But I can say that I would like to request all my beloved viewers to kindly subscribe to my channel and post your comments in the YouTube video. With these very few concluding remarks, I would like to take leave with all of you for today. Thank you very much. Thank you and all.